starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Hello, everybody. I'm your host, Eric Byrne, here at StopStrugglingNow.com. And tonight, welcome to the Punta Cana SSN Lifestyle Investors Forum. That's right. Again, we're here in the DR and we're making some moves. We're trying to make some things happen, change the game, so to speak. And once again, let's talk about this wealth building on the SSN Nation Wealthy Wednesday night live stream. There's a lot to talk about. Wealth building, 13.7% annual return on your investment. Let's just start this off easy. JEPQ, if you buy at the $52.30, $52.40 range today. That's right. Go check it out for yourself. I'm highly excited because you win, I win, we all win because a rising tide lifts all boats. And welcome to the SSN Nation Wealthy Wednesday night live stream. Stop struggling now, lifestyle, dry fit gear. Check. And please like, subscribe, and click the bell below so you get the latest updates. You know what comes next, but I can't get there, ladies and gentlemen. Now, let's get to it. And you guys know what happens next. Intro. All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for being here. Please share the videos because you never know who is looking for information, who may be missing this information, and who wants to find information. So therefore, make sure you share the video and once again, smash that like button. Give it a love tap. It's free, of course. It's also free to subscribe to the channel and click the all notification bell so that way you get information sent to you when live streams happen and when I post new videos. So once again, thank you so much for being here. Without further ado, I'm just going to bring this up right now because I talked about it on the intro. Look here, ladies and gentlemen. Do you see what I see? Where else are you going to get 13.7% return on your money? Do you see this? This is a JP Morgan fund. Do we need an explanation? JP Morgan is also Chase Bank. Let's just call them the largest bank in the world, right? They're a federal fund bank, the way I look at it. And so they are too big to fail. But what I want to show you is, look at this right here at $52.42. Because they are giving out a dividend of $7.17,432. That's right. We have 5 digits after the 17 cents, 432. So that turn gives you a yield of 13.7%. Now imagine if this dips and it goes down and you should spend your money doing dollar cost average down because then your yield would even be higher. That is what's so special about this. Once again, you want to earn a nice dividend return on your money year after year after year. As long as they're giving $7 as an annual dividend, you're going to earn 13.7%. Now, a lot of you, we've talked about this over the last 2 years, Your dollar cost average may be under $50. It could be at 49, 48, 47. And that means you're near 15% for a JP Morgan fund, 14%, 14.5%. Talk about win, win, win. You're in the right game, ladies and gentlemen. So let me know what you guys are thinking down below, because make them in the comments section. But I just had to show this straight off the bat, because there's no reason that everybody can't join in this, because the top 10%, well, they control 93% of the stocks. They own 93% of the stocks, the top 10% of the wealthiest. But the 6% who are investing, you still get to come along for the ride. And that's what you want to do. Go along for the ride. And that's what we talk about here. Where the wealthy invest, that's where you need to invest. Make sure you're there, ladies and gentlemen. Don't play games with your future, because your future is unexpected right now. You cannot anticipate what's going to happen. You don't know what doors are going to close, what economic investment opportunities are going to open or close. So therefore, you're going to have to be a little nimble, a little quick, and make investment moves all over. Wealth building is what you need to do in 2025. No way around it. You have 1 year and 7 months before things hit the fan. And you got to make sure you're in position to have passive income coming in from many different resources, because you never know which one's going to be turned off. So that's the major thing. Also, stay tuned for Thursday night live stream, part of the SSN Nation lifestyle tradition. Every time we have an investors forum, we have the investors take over on a live stream. So this time it's going to be Thursday night live at 8:50 p.m. Make sure you join us. Make sure you show up, because it's open mic night. We have people here who are from different types and walks of life who may give you something to think about. EV Place, welcome to the SSN Nation Wealthy Wednesday night live stream. And he brings his tagline this evening. Good evening. I hope you all are doing great. Thank you so much, man. Hopefully you're doing well and great as well, especially with the stock market boom. It's gone up. People, are you taking advantage? Of course, you can't really take advantage now. You should have taken advantage 3 weeks ago when it was down like 20% to 25%. You had all kind of things that you could buy. And now we've had a rally that's risen to the top, and it's been 10, 15, 20, 30%. And now you're sitting very nicely. So once again, make sure you don't miss out on any of this, ladies and gentlemen. EV Place. He's bringing in some news. Just a quick report on YieldMax. Plus 12% last week and 20% last month on my wallet. Exactly. He's exactly right. In fact, you know what? I'm going to do something right now. Because I just realized we're talking about, let me do something right now, even though I know this is going to be higher. Divided by 6. Okay, let's see what this is. Okay, let's see what this ends up being. So since he's giving out the numbers, he's saying last week plus 12%. Do you know what it takes to do a plus 7% for just 1 week? Holy smokes. That is incredible. That is awesome. In fact, I need to check something real quick, because I can't remember what the number was. So speaking of last week, weekly wise, let me see something real quick. I need to calculate something. Let's see here, because we keep track of this too. He's keeping track. 12% a week is unheard of. That is awesome. I am nowhere near that. On certain YieldMax stocks that came out, yes, I'd be like 8%, 7%, something like that. But what he's talking about is something that's even more awesome. So let me see. Okay, so I got a number. And we're going to divide that by this. So see, for me, in 1 week, whatever was distributed, 2%. So I'll take the 2% because 2% times 12 is 24% annually. I'll take that. Plus appreciation from other stocks, we'll take that. And appreciation from YieldMax ETFs has risen as well. I'll take that. Defiance Group also has risen. I'll take that. Pelletier has risen. I'll take that. This is how we do it, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you're in the game. Otherwise, you're going to be left behind. All right, here we go. Exactly. I bought SMCY on the dip. Exactly. You know we're going hand in hand, EV Plays, because when that dip occurred, I don't know what's happened today, but when that dip occurred 10 days ago, that was a chance for and in fact, it's still at a dip, even with the little rise that has occurred. It's well below. Oh, whoa. I just pulled it up. It went up to 20 now. Oh my God. There has been an increase over the last few days. Let me see what's happened in the last 5 days. Yes, it was at 16 something, ladies and gentlemen. Your yield would have been higher if you would have bought it 16 something. At 17 something, it's up to $20 today. Look at this. Over the last 5 days, 20% on the stock price. Can you believe it? Who wouldn't want 20% annually? Never mind 20% in the last 5 days. It decreased so much that you had no reason not to buy when it was $16.61, $16.82. Why wouldn't you have been in the game? $17.40, and you have YieldMax ETF SMCY. Write it down, go study, and you will see they distributed, I can't remember how much it was per share. That per share price, you know what? I'll just do it this way. Let me go look. Here it is. I'll tell you what the per share price was. Let me go look it up. I'll go tell you what it is in a second. As soon as I can get in here. I have to do some sort of, can't just roll in, of course. All right, look here. SMCY. Let's see what it was. Oh, man, it's up to $21 overnight. Wow, it's creeping. I can't remember now what that was. But hold on. Here we go. Just to give you guys an idea, per share was $1.41. $1.41 divided by $20. This is every month. All right, they give out dividends. SMCI. All right. And why do I say SMCY? It's SMCI. All right. Keep that in mind. That's a major thing. So I do the calculator and we do $1.41. Dollar cost average is 19. So we go 21 divided by 19. That's over? No, that can't be right. I messed up. It's $1.41, right? Divided by 19. 7.4% is where I'm at for the week, ladies and gentlemen, for the week. Roughly thereabouts, anyhow. All right. So just giving you guys an idea of what you're missing out on when you could have easily been involved. All right. Oh, yeah. TSLY I do not have. I just went to like 13%. Exactly. Just as we had planned. Loyal fan, add me to your Discord username. All right, man. Thank you so much. You can actually add up in Discord, man. Just go to Discord. Stop struggling now. You will be approved. All right. But check Coney. After they've gotten into S&P 500, I know, man. I know. It's rolling. So is Morrow. So is NVDY. All of them. And by the way, a lot of people have these because we've talked about them over the last year and a half, 2 years. So once again, the Morrow EV Plays started talking about a week to 2 weeks ago. And you guys had every opportunity to get in as well, giving out distribution very nicely. NVDY is YieldMax ETF as well. Again, if you want to try to earn 50, 60, 70% distribution on your money, I highly suggest you check out YieldMax ETFs. When the market is volatile, this is perfect for option income trading, which is what YieldMax ETFs do. That means premiums and fees that are paid because going up, down, up, down. So a lot of premiums, a lot of fees are being paid. And so that's what they distribute to their stockholders. So it's not based on the stock itself that they're mirroring, right? It's based on the option income money that's coming in. So just keep that in mind. So once again, how can you pass up in a month? We're talking about months. We're not talking about 15% in a month return. Forget about the rest of the year. Most people would take 15% annually, right? Well, high risk, high rewards. Do you want to hold out and get maybe another 2, 3, 5% or 10% on it? Well, you got to stay invested. Make sure you do a few things because I don't have this exactly down yet, but obviously you guys want free stocks from Robinhood. You want free stocks from Webull. You want free stocks from Moo, right? Come on. Don't you? So what do? You open an account with Robinhood. You open an account with Webull. You open an account with Moo. All right. But with Moo, you got to search. You got to go claim your stocks, the free stocks they give you. Right now it's 5 free stocks, but you have to deposit $100 or more in Moo. Webull, same thing. Got to deposit $100 or more. Robinhood gives you 1 free share of stock no matter what. The links are down below in the description box. Make sure you use them, please. All right? It's that simple. Yes, it's an affiliate link. Yes, I receive a nice little free share of stock if you get a free share of stock. So it works out for all of us. All right, let's go, ladies and gentlemen. Let me know what you guys are thinking out here because the bottom line to this story is very simple. Wealth building, 13.7% now annually. Why? Because it's JEPQ. If you buy at $52.42, they're giving a dividend of $7.17 and then add 432 at the end because it goes all the way out to 7.17432. That's the dividend for this month coming up. Just so you know, payout's going to be nice. All right. For the new guys, here we go. I went in YieldMax 2 months ago. I made $3,700 from $20K investment. Ladies and gentlemen, so if you want to end up understanding what he has yielded already, he divides the $3,700, which is his profit, and then you divide it by how much you paid to get into it. So this works with everything, right? If you're buying real estate and you say, okay, I'm buying it for $200,000, that's fine, but that's not what you divide it by. You say, hey, I'm projected to make $8,000 per month. So you go, $8,000 a year. So you go, $8,000 is the income you received. You divide it by how much you paid to acquire the asset, which is $200,000. And once you divide that, it's going to be around, I think, 4%. But the fact of the matter is that's how you figure it out. So in this case, we're going to do 3,700 divided by his input of 20K. So in 1 month, or 2 months, the man EV Place, thank you so much for sharing. This helps people greatly. 18.5%, 2 months. Most people would be very happy with that annually. Not just for 2 months. Not only did he buy in at the right time as well, his dollar cost average is down because he was buying when there was a run or a decline in the stock market. So therefore, he got his dollar cost average down, and now he's sitting here with $3,700 on a $20,000 investment with a whole nother 6 months to go. More payouts to come. I think a lot of people would take that. And not only that, his stock price has increased on all YieldMax ETFs, at least the ones that we are concentrating on. All right, just so you guys understand, this is a beautiful thing. I love it when people are winning. We're all winning. I love it. But you got to be here sometime. You got to be in it to win it. You can't be sitting on the sidelines going, oh, I should have, I maybe, I could have, da, 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 da. No, ladies and gentlemen, this is your time. You have 1 year, 7 months. Don't worry. Jerome Powell's going to come out in the next 2 months when it's, let's see, it's going to be June, July. I predict somewhere, I'm thinking July, maybe August. It might be even there, where they're going to reduce the federal funds rate. That's going to make the stock market take off again, artificially, of course, but it's going to make it take off. Meanwhile, you can position yourself to receive dividends because you're going to be able to get into dividend funds at a great price still right now, like JEPQ at 13.7% today is a bank stock. That's a bank, JP Morgan's ETF. That is incredible. They had a $6, I think it was $6.25 last year. This year it's $7.17 that they're giving out as a dividend. It's like it keeps rising every year, which is incredible. So again, I hate to keep saying it, but you guys got to be in the game. You can't sit on the sidelines. You can't watch the parade go by because you have no choice. Whatever disposable income you have, you always need to be in the stock market. But again, I caution you, do not use all your duffel bag of cash. Because if the stock market drops, all of a sudden drops 20% or 10%, you need to be able to buy at those lower prices. All right. Your dollar cost average could drop substantially. And that's what you want to do. You want it to drop substantially. If it goes up, there's no way around it. Like Pelletier, PLTY, it was $55, $56 just 2.5 weeks ago. All of a sudden, I looked up today and the stock price is $71 for PLTY, which is a yield max ETF. It's done gone from 56, 57 up to 71. Jesus. Again, opportunity galore. And I believe that dividend this week was $2.37, wasn't it? I think. It's crazy. Crazy. Great. We're winning out here, ladies and gentlemen. We're making money out here. All right? Don't be shy. You have to take a risk in life, and people take risk a different way. A lot of people say, I don't take a risk, but I go down and buy Starbucks coffee every day for $9. At the end of a month, 9 times 30 is $200 and some dollars. If somebody tells you that you can earn, well, 40% on your money, after a while, that $270 you could have been putting into something else that long term you could continue to make money without having to work for it. That's the idea. All right, don't be shy. I'm sounding the alarm as well. 1 year, 7 months is what you have to make everything right. Get your credit in order. I have credit situations. Smart Credit is down below in the description box. Make sure you click on it. It's a link to show some love, and therefore you can go get your credit right. It's a credit bureau and a great credit. It's not a bureau. I shouldn't say that. It's a credit monitoring system. And they're one of the best ones there because they have your hiring index, they have your insurance score, they have your FICO score for the automobile, and they have all 3 credit bureaus up there as well. And they have different things that you can use in the background in their back office that you can sign into. It's things like, hey, I've had my credit. People have used it. They've tampered with it. Well, they have credit fraud help. For everybody that has the same address as you, it applies for everybody in your family as long as they have the same address as you. All right? That can cover you. If you want to try to communicate with some of your creditors and things like that, they have letters that could say, hey, I'm doing something here. What's going on? There's a lot of helpful information once you sign up. Use the link down below. That's just for starters. There's so much more, right? They tell you the time of the month to make your payment to improve your credit score. You don't want to pay on the day that your payment is due. You want to pay before that, because when you pay before that, there's daily interest that is accruing. So if you pay before your due date, you're lopping off some of that percentage that you owe in interest. So that's how we do it, ladies and gentlemen. Just keep that in mind. All right. I'm doing some things in the background. So as usual, please forgive me. because the way the live stream works with EV Mux, when I use a studio, they use the same title, same everything in the previous live stream in the studio. I wish they would change that. That'd be awesome. In fact, it's my fault. I should send them an email so they can change it, right? So they can get this right. But anyhow, once again, thank you, EV Place, for mentioning this. Thanks, Eric, for this recommendation. Oh, man. This is what I love. Thank you so much, man. As long as we can help people, we can move it forward. A rising tide lifts all boats. I want everybody to win, as everybody else should. We have too many people that want to one up other people or don't give people information to help other people succeed. Gatekeeping and all this crazy stuff is going on. But thank you so much, EV Place, for mentioning that. And thank you also for listening. You actually were willing to receive, and you said, you know what, let me go check this out. And so far, I'm in shock, because a lot of people, they would say, there are people that put down $100,000 and they're not going to get $3,700 in interest, in dividends, or anything like that, and earn 3.73%. There's people that'll pay $100,000 for a treasury bill at 4.4, right? But here, this and he could earn. Think about this: 100,000 at 4% is $4,000. He spends 20,000, and already next month he'll be at the 4% number. And because he's on the stock market, it's liquid with his Robinhood, Webull, or whatever brokerage accounts he's using. So this gives him a huge advantage. He can always sell, take his profits, and go home if he wants to. That gives you a lot of leverage. You don't have to be like, if there's people like Warren Buffett and the investment managers, they said, I'm out. Like, what's his name that owns the Mavericks, right? Mark Cuban. He also said, I'm going into cash because I don't know what's going to happen with the market. Well, see, when he went into cash, when the stock market goes up 5, 10, 15%, he misses out on all that because he took his money out of the market, right? When Warren Buffett did the same thing, he took money out of the market. He missed out on the 10 to 15% spur that all of a sudden spiked up over the last 10 days. You can't miss those days, ladies and gentlemen. Those are the rare days that you need. That's why your average will keep continuing to rise. But if you're out, then you don't have that advantage. You've sold at the lower prices. Crypto is growing also. ETH plus 50% in 1 week. We talked about it before, EV Place. Thank you so much. Bitcoin, Ethereum. We said that a year and a half ago. Buy Bitcoin and Ethereum. Forget all the alts. The alts, yeah, sure, you can win. And all of a sudden there's a spurt from something that costs 2 cents up to $1. Sure. But that takes you to be in it, paying attention. You got to be on Johnny on the spot. But if you would have just been in Bitcoin and an ETH, you would be at a plus 50, 60, 70% a year and a half ago. In fact, you know what? Let me go look at something. I'm going to go look at some 1 year and 6 months ago BTC price. Okay, here we go. MicroStrategy, MSTR. I probably have to see the chart because I thought Google was going to give me an AI solid here. No, they didn't do that. I'll just go 1 year ago just to be safe. Let's just do 1 year ago. $61,570. You know, if it's at 100,000, in order to get there, you have to be around 50% is 30. It has to be around 60% to get to 100,000. That's incredible in 1 year. If somebody said you can get 60% return on your money, what are you smoking? You out here letting that slide? Come on now. This is the wealth building crew tonight. This is SSN Nation Wealthy Wednesday night live stream. We're not only into Bitcoin, but see, here's the thing. We have YBIT with YieldMax ETF. YBIT that gives out distributions. That's one way to go. YBTC also, but that's not a YieldMax ETF. So you're getting dividends every month and you're getting appreciation on the value of the stock from YieldMax ETFs. I think it was $11 or something today. I was like, wait a minute. This thing used to be always under $10, $9, $8, somewhere in that range. $11 climbing. So now you get appreciation on the stock and you're getting dividends too. The stock went up 20, 30% and you're getting dividends of a clip of something like 60, 70% return annually, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not talking about one day, 1 month. But look, that is incredible. 1 year, 60%. That's why MSTR, that is MicroStrategy. That company actually buys shares of Bitcoin. Stocks, I mean, they buy Bitcoin is what I'm saying, not shares. Bitcoin, they actually buy Bitcoin. That is their program. So the fact of the matter is they keep increasing in value because they keep buying more Bitcoin. 60% increase is pretty massive. All right. So I'm looking at some things right now. YieldMax PLTR is $71. MSTR, which is a YieldMax for MicroStrategy. Actually, it's MSTY, but here it says MSTR. But anyhow, it's $23.72. So that's weird because it's MSTY. Did they change it? That's strange. I think somebody messed up. MSTR is actually MicroStrategy. So somebody actually put a R on there instead of a Y. But anyhow, that's the beauty of it, ladies and gentlemen. That is the beauty. All right. Let me know what you guys are thinking out here because this is incredible. Opportunities are sitting here all over the place. There we go. Here we go. Look. 2.37 on MSTY. Thank you so much. It was MSTY. That's what I'm talking about. That said MSTR on Google, but it should have been MSTY. $2.37. PLTY is over $5 dividend per stock. That's right. God, that just drives me crazy. When it was $55 just 2 weeks ago, and we're sitting here on live streams telling people you might want to buy it, and now it's at $71. So I'll give you a perfect example. If you buy right now at $71, we get $5. So you go $5 divided by 71, right? That is 7% at $71. So imagine if you would have bought at 58, 59. So I'm going to do that for everybody right now. Because now you're going to see the power of why you have to be in. $5 divided by, let's use 58. Okay? 8.6% return if your dollar cost average is around $58. In this 1 month, never mind the next 6, 7 months for the year. This is 1 month you're getting 8.6%, and a lot of people are happy with the Treasury at 4.46 for the year. They're good with 4.5 from Robinhood to put in a banking account on Robinhood. They're good with putting their money in Webull at 4.2 or whatever it is. They're good in putting your money in a CD for 3.5, and it's not even liquid. So all this comes to bear when you start thinking, I need to be liquid, I need to be able to make moves. Instantly. All right, here we go. Look at this. Morrow plus 4% after hours. People are preparing for next week payout. Exactly. I will be too tomorrow. And myself, I'm hoping it drops. Brian P., the man, Mr. Dividend is in the house, ladies and gentlemen. He's here. Happy day, Eric. Welcome to the SSN Nation Wealthy Wednesday night live stream. The Dividend Superstars in the house. I hope all is well with you. Thank you. Yes, it is, man. Happy day, SSN family. Smash that like button. That's right. Give it a 1 piece and subscribe to the channel if you like what we're talking about. It's free. All right. And click the all notification bell. But thank you so much, Brian P., Mr. Dividend. Why do we call him Mr. Dividend? Let me explain something. This man, 2 years ago, came into the live stream. He says, hey, man, you guys might want to check out YieldMax ETF. And then on top of that, a week or so later, post-retirement travel, who's going off. He's in the French connection. He's in France right now. He put some pictures, post-retirement travel. He's on Instagram. Go check him out. He's under the Eiffel Tower and everything. He's loving life in France right now. He's traveling for the next 3-4 months because he has dividend money, he has rental income money, he has everything. But Brian P., he says, you know what? I have 1,000 shares of X at YieldMax ETF. I have 1,500 shares of X. I have 3,000 shares of X stock of YieldMax ETF. So can you guys understand when somebody says 3,000 shares, and let's just say it gives 10% per week, $300 per week, $1,200 per month. And he's still liquid where he can sell the shares and get the money. And he's getting that type of money every month and more because he has other shares. I'm just using that as an example. He's probably at 4,000 shares for one of these stocks, or 5,000 by now if he does reinvestment. So now 5,000 shares at 10% means $500. And why do I say this? Why MAG and why Max distributes around 9 cents, 10 cents, 8 cents, 11, 12 cents, things like that every week. Can you imagine in a 4-week time frame, $500 on average per week, $2,000 per month of dividend money? Sure, you might have had to spend 30 grand, but 2,000 a month, 24,000 a year for spending 30, 35 grand, 40 grand. Who would not take that deal? Spend 60, get 24,000 a year? Are you serious? Is there something to think about here? Come on, guys. This is what the big boys are doing, and welcome to the Big Boy Club, by the way. All right. Thank you so much again, Brian P., for being in the house. Thank you for smashing the like button. That's what I like to hear. Joe Nay, another investor. Real estate, stock market, all around investors here. Welcome to the SSN Nation Wealthy Wednesday night live stream. And he brings his tagline. What's good, everybody? How is everybody this evening? Everybody's doing well, man. You've seen that green on the stock market. It eventually has to go down, but hey, you have 1 year, 7 months to worry about that. Now is your time to position yourself to get in, get the gains, enjoy the ride, and enjoy riding along. Do not do what Mark Cuban and Warren Buffett suggested, take money out. Don't do that. You would have missed up on this last 4, 5, 6, 7 days that the stock market has been pumping. And all we need next is somebody to say, oh, it's another trade deal. Stock market's going to stay there. All we need is Powell to come on stage next week, next month and say, hey, we're on target to reduce the federal funds rate 2 times this year. Stock market's going to keep rising. Don't miss it. All right. Mr. Worldwide also, Joe Nay, EV Place. I've noticed people are jumping out YieldMax every Wednesday, 8 p.m. right after the ex-dividend date. Good time for shopping. I'm holding and DCA. Exactly. You're right about that, man. Great information to share with people. So when people, there's a lot of people, because the ex-dividend date, in case you don't know, is if you hold the stock by the ex-dividend date, as long as recorded that day, meaning by 4 p.m. that day, at the end of the day, at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, then what ends up happening is that means you're scheduled for a dividend payout, like normally 2 days later or 3 days later. And it doesn't matter if you sold the stock, like he said, at 8 p.m. at night, as long as you bought it before 4 p.m. that day, that means you're going to have a dividend payout. And yes, people do that. They hunt the dividends down. I'm not going to blame them, because if somebody's getting 6, 7, 8% per week or per month, you'd have to be crazy not to do that. And I know some people don't have the time for it, but there are people that says, you know what, I have hundreds of thousands of dollars. So, hey, I'll buy $100,000. If somebody's going to give me dividends at this week of 10 grand, all I had to do was buy and I'll sell it later on. That's what they're doing. They'll say, I'll take that 10 grand. All I had to do was put 100,000 in here right now. They already told us what the dividend's going to be. That's right. YieldMax ETF tells you a few days before the dividend. So you have time to buy at the ex-dividend date, and you actually have the time to sell after the ex-dividend date that you're recording in, and now you receive the reward. A lot of people do this. So keep that in mind as well. But I don't like going hunting like that because that triggers when you sell, if that's what they're doing, which apparently they are, that triggers whatever's happened. Now, some people would say, okay, what I bought for was, let's call it $50. But when I sold it, the stock price is only 48, which is actually a great thing because that's considered a loss. Okay, that's a beautiful thing. And then you receive a dividend, which is actually income. So it's a set off, but at least the price didn't go up to 53. You sold, and now you got to pay some sort of tax on the capital gains. So these are the type of things, but a lot of people know what they're doing. And again, I love that. I'm holding in DCA. I'm with you, EV Place. There's no reason to play around. You can just sit there, chill out, and take your 2% to 8% dividend profits. There's no reason to jump around, in my opinion. I don't like doing that. But hey, there's people that do it, and they make a lot of money. All right, we are making money. And here says Brian P., you're damn right, man. Thank you so much. Once again, because of your great contributions. You will get 10% or more on MSTY if you buy at $23.70 a stock. I know MSTY has risen. Man, all of you who missed out on the $19, $18, I mean, you had every opportunity 2 weeks ago. Under $20 a share 2 weeks ago. And now look, he's telling you what it is. 10%. Can you imagine if you would have bought it $18? If it's 10% for $23, $5 less, can you imagine? That's got to be 12% or something. Speak on it, EV Place. Thank you so much for those stats. This is what investors do. They study, they pay attention, they do the numbers. That's what you're supposed to do. You're the CEO of your life. You're the CEO. You can listen to me. You can listen to all the guys on CNBC, the Warren Buffetts, the what's some guy's name? I don't listen to those guys really. I don't pay attention. Mark Cuban, Kevin O'Leary, all these guys that are in the financial spaces, and they sit there and come out there and say, don't do this, do that, don't do this, do that. You can listen to them. That's fine. But we want money in your pocket. I picked up some Yilmax today. Oh, I like that. I like that. Glad to hear, man. Yilmax, YMAX. It's incredible. I think YMAX last week was like something weird. It was over 10 cents. YMAX, I think it was 12 cents, if I'm not mistaken. In fact, I can look it up because I have last week's payout. I kept an image on my phone. So let me go pull it up. Let me see what it was. Let me see. I did a screenshot. Let's go see, ladies and gentlemen. Screenshot. Where is it? Maybe. Here we go. YMAX. 16 cents. 1679. No. Oh, yeah, I am right. YMAX. 16 cents. 1679. And they do weekly payouts. YMAG with a G at the end was the one that was 10 cents. So again, let me go look at something, because if I'm not mistaken, aren't these stocks under $10 a share? I believe so. Or was. I don't know what they are now, because I really don't. Oh my. YMAX is at $14 right now per share. Oh my. YMAG is at $16. Oh my, the stock price has increased in value. Oh, I love this. This is incredible, ladies and gentlemen. This is incredible. 5 days ago, it was $15. This is incredible. Oh, I love this. YMAX was at $13.42 3 weeks ago when they had the meltdown. Let me see why is that giving me? Oh no, this is YMAG. Sorry. YMAG. Okay, that makes sense. YMAX. Let's see what the stock price was. That's under 10. No, it's $14. Oh, this is crazy. This is lovely. This is beautiful. You gotta love it. Yep. April 21st, $12.25. And they're giving people 16 cents a week, 10 cents a week, 8 cents, 9 cents. But the thing is, maybe 40 cents a month, which is $4.80 a year on a $14 investment, or 15 or 13, depending on your dollar cost average. So just so everybody understands, let me explain. $4.80 if you keep around there. Okay. And you divide that even right now at $14.08, which is today. Anybody want to guess what that return is? And your stock price goes up. Oh yeah, I'm here for this. 34% on your money, and your stock price rises about $1.25 per share. That is what you want. If you can have a stabilization of your stock price and get 34% annually, I'll take that. That's right. I'll take that. We're taking that. Thank you so much, Brian P., for mentioning that. That's it exactly. Thank you. Because that's what we do here with wealth building. That's what you have to do. I have, oh my God, he's got 4,320 ULTY. And I'm going to tell you guys right now, because I have it on screen, ULTY pays out weekly dividend. So last week it was 11 cents, 11.81 cents. So this man last week, since he told us, here it is, 4,320 times 0.1181. Let's see. Oops, what's this? Ooh, hold on. I forgot something. I blew it. I blew this big time. I forgot to put a 0.1181. 81 times, let's see here. What do we got? Times 4,320. Here we go. I could do this. I have to tap it. $510. Now, some people, you can start doing numbers. You can go, okay, well, some of this is reinvestment though. So see, $510 this week, and then you go by reinvesting at 16, what was it, $14. So you divide it by, let's say, $14. And instead of cashing out, he buys 36 more shares, 36.44 more shares. And so that's what we're talking about here. Or if you want to cash out, 510, and if it can give that number every week, that's $2,000 a month, ladies and gentlemen. $2,000 a month well, see, again, I can't predict because I don't know what his dividend reinvestment is. But I'll just say if you had to buy 4,000 shares, that's a lot to buy. But if you did, that's like 50 G's. Now, if somebody said, Eric, do you want to spend $56,000 and you're going to get $2,000 per month, I'm thinking you're going to sign up, right? You're going to sign up. You're going to make $24,000 on a $56,000 investment. That is more than 50%. And if the stock price stays the same or goes up, you're in heaven. You'll take 50%, won't you? You'll take 45% annually, won't you? Come on, guys. Pay attention. This is what you should be looking at. 500 MSTY. So see, here it is again, ladies and gentlemen. Look at this. He has, you can figure out how much the guy's making right now. MSTY, the dividend was 2.3734. So this is crazy. Look, 2.3734 times 500. That's $1,186.70. Now, again, I don't know if he bought all 500, but he might have gotten dividends for 400 of them and might have gotten a check for 900 or $1,000. And then it just automatically reinvested, right? Okay. Keep playing out here, ladies and gentlemen. You're getting left behind. That's all I can tell you because there's no way you can keep pace with inflation. So MSTY right now, for instance, is now it's $23. I'm going to go back to Monday because Monday is when they reinvested. So Thursday, Monday, what's that? Friday, Monday, it was $23.01 roughly at the low point. So still $23. But if you had a $900 reinvestment from those, if it's 500, well, they're 500 shares, that was 1,100. So just so you guys understand, he's getting 1,086 divided by, I'll do 23. That means additionally, if he reinvested, that's another 51 shares. So now he has 551 shares. 551 shares now means if they give the same $2.37, now all of a sudden he has 50 times $2. He has another 100 and some odd dollars added on top of the 1186. It's going to be 1,300. This is how, if you stick with it and let it work itself out, even if it's just 1 year or 2 years, you can turn yourself into a cash flow machine using stocks. This is what the big boys do. Nice. Exactly. Congratulations. Exactly. That's what we're saying. That's why he's Mr. Dividend out here, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my, 500 IWMY. Oh, they're not Yomax. 412 of Coney. Oh man, hold on. Coney, no. Coney's next. Was Coney right now? No, Coney wasn't this week. It's next. Isn't it next week or the week after? I think it's 2 weeks from now. But he has 412. This is beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful work, ladies and gentlemen. My God, this man's making thousands of dollars per month from his dividends. Thousands. I'm DCAing as well. Oh my, he's adding even more to DC. Oh my, that's awesome, man. Great work, Mr. Dividend. Doing the damn thing. Telling people how it's done. EV Place contributing as well. Letting people know what they're doing. Big time stuff. Eric, check out your emails. Okay. Thank you. I will. How special is that? That is awesome, man. Great work. All right. So, you know what? Let me see if I'm still banned. Not banned, but got to jump through hoops to log into my. Let's go see. In fact, I need to do something else too. Because once again, down below in the description box, make sure you guys go there and check a few things out. All right. I need you guys to go there, use the links, get your free shares of stock. Don't be shy. Get signed up. Don't be shy. How much more can I tell you? Because I'm telling everybody who listens to this, these live streams are going to be up for a long time. It is May 14th. 1 year, 7 months is what you have to put your package together to make sure you have revenues coming in for the rest of your life as long as the stock market exists. You need to have a little bit of crypto. You need to have a little bit of gold and silver. You need to have a little bit of copper, a little bit of platinum and palladium. You got to have a little bit of some of those things. Sticking. But my philosophy is different than most. I don't want gold and silver because it gives me nothing in return. All it does is stay level with inflation. I need something that can beat inflation so I can get more money in the pockets without having to work for it. That is the key. All right, let's go. We got to do something here, ladies and gentlemen. We got to do something. We got to do something, right? Okay, create wealth, investing, crypto. I got to get some things in the background done. I love this conversation tonight because this is how you do wealth building. This is how you do it. Iron sharpens iron. All right. Oh yeah, let me go check and see if I can log in. I don't know yet. All right. I got to do some stock market searching. I've been out all day trying to get a deal done make one of the best deals ever if it could happen with a contract. If they did something, it could be so major. Uh, it would lead to a lot of sales, a lot of people happy about purchasing real estate in the DR. If they did it, I don't think they will. No developer has done it thus far, so they're not willing to do it either, probably. But unfortunately, that's their loss, right? That's how it works because they're going to lose buyers because of it. But hey, what is this? Okay. Oh, looks like. Wait a minute. I'm logged in. Where am I? Oh, I'm not logged in. Okay, I get it. Okay. Just a second, ladies and gentlemen. I have some little. I don't think that was it. Doggone it. Let's see if that's the code so I can log in. Brian P. always sends me some very nice emails. They're disturbing. They're very disturbing because you have a lot of people doing all kind of bad stuff. Bad stuff. It's just bad. Elon Musk just made a deal with Saudi Arabia. Keep an eye on stocks. Oh yeah, TSLY. Got to buy some now. I should have done it last week. I blew it. I really, really blew it. Uh, it's a damn shame because now their stock price has gone up because of the sovereign wealth fund. It's still at $9.89, but just like 5 days ago, I mean, you could have been under $8.50. So you could have got the appreciation. It went up 17% in 5 days, and the Tesla stock price went over 300 again to 347. Unbelievable. So it's a win, win, and a win. All right. So actually, even at $9.90, I'm probably going to have to buy in at the higher price because I wanted to buy in, but I've been so busy. I didn't get anything, and I didn't really want to invest in TSO. Well, I'm not actually, but TSOY is, you know, let me go see what's happening after hours on TSOY, though, right? I don't see after hours here. Why is that? Hold on. Oh, I don't have to log in. Let me see. After hours, it's at 9.89 still. So the close price and after hours is the same. It dipped to $9.85, but this is a great price point. What I don't know, though, is what TSLY is giving out as dividends for Yomax TSLY dividend history. Let's go look. I want to go look because I had TSLY last year until Elon started acting stupid, in my opinion. $10.75 per share in the past year from Yomax ETF. That's 108% because that's more than $9. If they paid out the same, which is possible, they have a lot of people buying, trading, shorting, doing all kind of crazy right now. It looks like I have to get in now. I have to. You who doesn't want 100% return and the stock price going up? You have to. All right. Exactly. Well said. Exactly. Elon Musk just made a deal with Saudi Arabia. Keep out that. Yeah. I'm in LFGY. LFGY is like 30 some dollars. I mean, and they don't give out. It's a weekly payout, but their price is over $30. That's the problem. It's at $40 now, which is that's crazy for the dividend that they give. Well, it's not crazy. It all depends on your perspective. Like I have TSLY at right now at $10. Let's say under $10. They're giving you almost 100% return. LFGY, everybody would be happy with 20% return on their distribution return, but they only give back $8.41, but their stock costs $40. You can buy TSLY, buy 4 TSLY and still get, well, if they give the same amount next year, which they probably will because there's going to be a volatility, now you're going to get $40 for a $10 stock versus a $40 stock's only going to give you $8 per share. And it's going to cost you 5 times 4. It's going to cost you $200. And now you can spend 10 times 10 times 4, $40 and get a return of $40 if they have the same return as the previous year. That's awesome. $40 for $40, $40 for $30, $40 for $25. Who wouldn't sign up for this? Come on. Come on. Let's go. High risk, high rewards, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go. Yeah, that's why I can't rock with LVGY. It's $40.66 and they're only giving out like 75 cents a share. When you can buy TSLY and they're giving out like a little more than them for a fourth of the price. So that doesn't make any sense at this point. And since my dollar cost average is lower, I can't buy at $40. I'm closer to 30. So can't do it. Brian P. laughing. Exactly, man. I can't mess with that. Can't mess with that. Okay. I see, Eric, you've got some tan. Oh, yeah, man. Been walking in the streets, getting some sunshine. That's right. Getting some of this nice sunshine, Dominican Republic style. TSLY paying 76 cents next week. Wow. They're paying just as much as LVGY. That's great. Wow. Let's go. Tesla, 916 on Robinhood right now, 7% dividend last. What? Yeah, that's correct. That is sweet. Let me go look, man. Now we do. Okay, you know you can buy extended hours on Robinhood, Webull, and I don't know about Moomoo because I haven't done extended hours there. They do have it, but it's weird. They only cover certain stocks. Let me go pull up TSLY right now, man. That's major. Let's go look right now. TSLY. Let's go see what we got. He's right. It's $9.17. It went down 72 cents overnight. Why? The only reason that could happen is we have to double check about the sovereign wealth fund and make sure that wasn't some sort of manipulated news. So let's go look right now because something must have happened. Why would it drop all of a sudden? Let me go see. Let me just go look at this. $9? Oh man, I'd like that a lot better. $9.17 versus $9.89. Ladies and gentlemen, that little 70 cents difference is major, especially if the dividend is going to be $9.16 for the year or $9.50 for the year. Man. Yeah, after hours it slipped down a little bit. But that's very nice. Gotta love it. And by the way, the chair of Tesla sold stock worth $230 million, while profits at Elon Musk car maker. Oh my God! A person that's on their board, just sold $230 million, and I can't blame them when the stock went up to 347 today, 4 hours ago. Oh my! Wow! Whoa! Oh man, CFO. Oh, it's the CFO sells for 1.2 million in stock. And then somebody else sold. Oh my God. The CFO sold 1.2 million shares of stock. That's why after hours it's going down. And then some chairperson, I'm going to go look at it right now, sold $230 million worth. Holy, people are bailing, taking that money and running. The chair of Tesla sold more than $230 million of company stock. Wow. Filed the plan July 25th, so it must have just happened. Okay. They had to file it and let people know, which is cool. That's straight up right. How they should have done it. Let's see. Is this past tense? But this was just reported 4 hours ago. 5/15/2020. Yeah. So it must have happened just today. $230 million. Damn. 347 price, not the 230, not the 210, not the 250. You gotta love it, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my. Oh my. TSLY Friday. When's the ex-dividend date? What's the ex-dividend date on TSLY? In fact, I should look it up. Actually, it doesn't matter. The ex-dividend date's going to be, oh, wait, today's Wednesday. It was today, if I'm not mistaken. It would have been today, I think. It might even be tomorrow. TSL, you know what? Let me go look. Let me go check it out. TSLY ex-dividend date. Let's go look. Let's go look. So if you buy it right now overnight, it's not going to count if it was for the next dividend date is, let's go look. Come on now. Oh my, it's 5/15, the day before. Oh, no. May 15th. There we go. Hold on. Let me see what's happening. Tesla's next dividend distribution, TSLY, has an ex-dividend date of 5/15. So as long as you buy before tomorrow, 4 p.m. Eastern time, that means you'll get a distribution of, why did you say it was 70 some cents? TSLY latest dividend distribution was 65 cents, 66 cents, 65.98, which is 66 cents on 4/17. And pay date was 4/21. Tesla's next dividend distribution has the next dividend date of 5/15/2025. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, the Global Newswire probably has a dividend upcoming. So you guys are saying it's 76 cents. Gotta love it. And I will give one more shout out for the TSLY, because there it is. Brian Peace says it. That right there. Again, calculators. If you're lucky enough to buy it, well, you can right now if you do overnight. If you have Robinhood and Webull, you can buy overnight. Maybe TSLY should be active. But if somebody said, hey, Eric, we're giving you 76 cents per year, and you're going to divide that by a stock price of 9.17, that's 8.2%, 8.28, which is most people would round up to 8.3. A lot of people would be happy for the 8.3 at the 76 cents annual. But now you would have gotten the 65 cents from last month, or 66. You would have the 8.3 this month. The 76 cents this month. And you would be at $1.39, $1.39. So I'm going to even go one step further, a lot of steps further, because I'm going to tell you guys, if you would have bought it 1.39 is the total for 2 months, and you divide that by a 9 point, let's just say dollar cost average 9.17, 15%. 15%. I think a lot of people would take that annually. And imagine you still have another 5 months to go, 6 months, 7 months to go. Because you're going to have June, July, August, September, October, November, December, 7 more payouts. So you don't think that you might get 50 cents or 30 cents or whatever. Next thing you know, you're up to $2, $3, $4, $5. Ladies and gentlemen, how are you passing up 30, 40, 50%? Come on now. And heaven forbid if it goes up to $9 and whatever they said, $9.16, and you can buy it $9.16, $9.17 right now and get 100% return. Come on, ladies and gentlemen, don't be shy. This is a rare opportunity that you're going to have for the next 1 year, 7 months, potentially 1 year and 8 months. 2 years and 7 months. But I want you guys to be locked and loaded. TSLY. Okay, cool. Okay, this is what we're talking about here, ladies and gentlemen. This is special. Very special. Eric, TSLY dropped. COZ executive date happened 2 hours ago. Yep. Yeah, CFO, man. He sold 1.2 million and another guy sold 230 million. These dudes are bailing, which is weird. It's not really weird to me, because they know they're not selling as many Teslas as before, and they're taking this nice profit that just happened. Because remember, a month ago they were at 237, 232. Now they're at 347 as of the close today. So hell yeah, talking about $100 and some per share. He improved. You know what? They improved. If it was at 230, it went up. He improved $100 plus per share. So of course, if you had a millions of shares and that's $100, woohoo, $100 million differences there. If you had enough shares, that's crazy. 230 million. Jesus, that changes your family's future for life, your life, and everybody down your downline with this type of money. That's why you have to be in the game, ladies and gentlemen. All right, I'm very happy to see all this. I'm happy that you guys are in the game as well. I'm happy you're watching right now, but make sure you smash the like button. Make sure you let the YouTube guys know that we're in the house, the Twitch guys, the Facebook guys, the iHeart, iTunes, all the guys. Let them know we're in the house. I'm not going to make anything longer because, again, I got to get a good night's sleep. We're still going to be into a little more negotiation battles tomorrow. Hopefully we can make some changes, SSN Nation style, to the way they do business around here. But if not, we tried. All right, let's go. Let's go. Now, if you guys have anything else to say, please let me know now, because I'm going to end this right in a short, sweet little next 5 minutes. Wealth building, 13.7% annually. In case you joined us late, you can go to JEPQ and go check it out. They're going to give $7.17, a little more than that because it has a point. It has two more numbers after it. They're going to give you that in dividends this year. The stock price right now is $52 and some odd change. That's what it gives you. If that stock price drops below $52, that means your dividend yield goes above 13.7. Just keep all that in mind if you want to stay within safe confines, right? That's where you go with this. What's the next investing moves? We're giving them to you tonight. There's no reason to play around. This is kind of like somewhat easy if you're paying attention and stay engaged. Make sure you know what the pricing structures is. Make sure you stay in touch with the dividends being received, and make sure that you're figuring out if I'm going to dividend, reinvest it. Am I going to withdraw it? Am I just going to leave it in the cash account so then I can earn 2, 3, 4, 5% while it's sitting in the cash account, like Robinhood and Webull and all the brokerages have it now, where all you have to do is all the cash, you can put it into click a button and it says, okay, we'll apply some interest for your cash that you're holding here on our brokerage account on our platform. That's a great thing that they've come up with over the years, which is awesome. So people are still making money, whether they're in cash or whether they're in the stocks. Brian P says, nice. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yep, exactly. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Hold on. I'm not in the emails. Well, I'll have to talk about some emails on Friday night. Oh, wait, hold on. I won't be on Friday night live stream. I don't think. The reason I say that is flying back to Las Vegas. So there's no way. Leaving here from DR to Las Vegas and layovers in Philly for a minute. So I don't know when the layover in Philly is, but I think it's in the afternoon. So there will be no Friday night live stream to get the salsa dance going on. But I will do a Saturday live stream. That's for sure. And maybe I will be in the air. So there's no way I can do a live stream. No way. Only thing I can do is a premiere where people can actually make comments and make a video kind of thing. But there's no other way I can do it, ladies and gentlemen. So, yeah, I'm not going to be here for the Friday night. I'll be on a flight. We're going to be on a plane. All right, just keep that in mind. So no Friday night live stream official. It might be Friday night afternoon or Friday afternoon live stream while I'm in Philly or something. But it can't do the Friday night, the financial Friday night live stream. So I have to apologize in advance. But nevertheless, over the weekend, we're going to be talking about it because that dividends is going to be coming out on Friday. We're going to have to talk about that because IWMY is coming out as well. And everything on YieldMax ETFs, that's weekly, LFGY, uh, YMAG, YMAX, ULTY, all of them this Friday. DX, DX, are you talking about 7%? Are you talking about 7%? Let's see. Let's see, 7% dividends or interest on the dividends, right? Let's see how close I'm going to be. Or is it 6.5? No, it's got to be 7. It's got to be around 7, right? Let's go look. Oh, wait, DX? Dynex? I'm way off. 16.28%. Dynex Capital? Is it 16 now? The price dropped. Hold on a second. I thought it was at 7. Well, I'm thinking of ET. That's Energy Transfer. Wow. What the heck? This is crazy. Dynex Capital Corporation, that's their subsidiary. 16%? Okay, you didn't open the can of worms. AGNC dropped. ARR dropped. You want 15 to 20% real estate investment trust? ARR, AGNC, PSEC, ORC. Come on. I would even include MFA, but I think that's kind of high risk, but let's go look. MFA is also high risk. We're dealing with homes again, 15.5. If you want it, but again, that's residential mortgage loans. You can't mess with loans right now. So even though their price gives you 15.5, I'm not a big fan. Two Harbors, which is TWO, is also getting beat up a little bit, where people have a 15% return potential. I mean, it is what it is. High risk, high rewards. When Jerome Powell comes out and says we're going to cut interest rates, then these real estate investment trusts, the stock price tends to go up a little bit because everybody knows that stabilizes their markets. So, yeah, 13%. Yeah, I just looked right now at the price it's at right now because it dropped today. It's 15%. That's crazy. Wow. Got it. Oof, that's just crazy. It's sweet, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Here's to everybody. I need a little drink. I want to thank everybody for being here tonight. I thank you guys so much for your support. I love you. And I wouldn't be anywhere without you guys being here for these live streams, making it go. Main Street. Yep. Oh, IVR. I didn't even want to do IVR. That's high risk, high rewards. That's something that I do. Right? IVR is off the charts. You don't know what's going to happen with IVR. You don't know if one day you wake up and they'll be like, we're going to cut dividends. But if they're going to pay out dividends, it's going to be great. That's 17.94%. I mean, dang, this is crazy, hard to pass up. I mean, I got a few of those. I can't help it. I like high risk, high rewards. A few, because if you can keep that as your base number, 15% over years, that's incredible. You don't have to work hard for it. Main Street, yeah. Forget Maine, man. If you're talking about Maine, yeah, Maine for whatever reason, $53 is Main Street Capital, if that's what you're referring to. 5.64%, nothing to write home about. But there's all kind of stuff out here. EPR pops up. I mean, it's so much. It's so much. 6.79%. I like high risk, high rewards, especially the younger you are. Because remember in 2020, at the time PSEC was giving 15.5%, roughly thereabout. And then when the stock price doubled, you were able to get the appreciation of the stock price, but you're still earning 15.5%. If you did not buy stocks at a higher price, you're still getting a 15.5% yield. That's what we're talking about here. You want to lock in where 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, you're getting that yield that you can't get later, right? As the stock price rises, the yield goes down, right? So that's what we're trying to do here. Make sure you lock it in. That's the key. Because you don't have to dividend, you don't have to make reinvestments on dividends. You could just let it sit and cash and then buy something else or cash out. You're going to have to pay tax, but it is what it is at the end of the year. But nonetheless, I think nobody's going to argue if you had dividends and you read your dividends and it says, okay, you got an extra, I don't know, $700. And then somebody says, well, that money that you got, you're going to have to give up 20% or something like that, $140. Okay, you didn't earn it. So yeah, you made that return, but at least you won money that you didn't have to work your hard ass for. Let's go. I'm out of here. So please like, subscribe, and click the bell below so you get the latest updates. And I know it's hard out here, ladies and gentlemen. It's only going to get harder. 80% of the population in America lives paycheck to paycheck. So therefore, if you have to live paycheck to paycheck, beat the curve. Because if prices go up, right now you may have disposable income that you can use to make money, make money for you. Then when it gets crunch time, you could say, oh, I have 500, I have 600, I have 1,000 coming in because I made this investment in the stock market. It's simple, right? That extra little money might help pay cell phone bills, pay child care, buy some food and groceries without having to use your credit cards. I mean, it comes in handy. Oh, wow. Clip is it. Oh, my God. Are you serious right now? I'm not in Clip at all, but Jesus, KLIP. Let's go see what's happening over here. Are you serious? Right? You know what? Let me go look at something. Clip. In fact, you know the Clip is at, $210, $13 a share, yield of 41.63%. Whew, nice. Wow. Gotta love it. You know what else is pretty cool? And I'm going to run out of here, but make sure you guys stay safe out here. Thank you, EV Place. I appreciate that, man. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. I used to have it. Yeah, exactly. I know you did. You and post-retirement travel was clipping, but Clip kind of acts weird, so I don't really understand it that much. So I didn't put any money into it in this next round. So I'm sticking mostly with YieldMax because of the volatility. Defiance Group is fine because I like the Russell 2000, but IWMY, that's what, you know. And so it's kind of like I'm feeling good about the ones that we're dealing with right now that I'm dealing with, and the returns are incredible. You can't beat these. I don't know who can, but I'm sure there's some other, people out there that can do better. But all I'm saying is this dividend money coming in hundreds and thousands of dollars is great. So just keep that in mind and make sure you stay safe because there's a lot of people going through stress, duress. You never know what's in their mind. And just a simple act of kindness is better than confrontation because you never know what somebody's going through. Because we're in a state of disarray right now. All over the world is in disarray. New things are happening. And again, you just never know who's upset, who's trying to hurt people. You just never know who that person is. So make sure you stay level-headed, calm, and understand. Some people may have problems and they may come in your face, in your space. So just make sure you're the one that stays calm. Walk off. Don't get involved with anything if you can avoid it, and go about your merry way and have a nice long life. So that's all I can say right now. And with everything else said, just make sure, no matter what, that you're out here keeping your head up. Keep moving. And I'm out.